Hey everybody, this is Dark, bringing you a quick video on how to connect to the servers for the Unofficial Ark cluster being hosted by Jaybird and many others. So let me take you through a few quick steps that'll help you find them the easiest and hopefully alleviate some of the questions that you might have on how do you get going in Ark. So firstly, I'll have you guys go to battlemetrics.com. And then you should see a page like this. We're going to go ahead and connect to the servers tab up top, and then you'll get a search list. So for all of Jaybird's, we will go ahead and type Jaybird because she has named all of her maps using a similar naming structure. They're all Resurrection, some combination of either the map and the server number or just the server number, and her name, Jaybird. So easy to find. You could put, say, just 377 to find it, or Jaybird, and then go through the larger list if you so choose to. So first, let's go ahead and select the extinction server. That was 494. And we'll get a awesome page that kind of gives you all kinds of information about what is the server. So things like the IP addresses, how many people are currently connected. We can see who's connected and disconnected, whether the server is up or down. So if it says server's responding, cool. If it's saying server's not responding, then the server's down. So easy place for you guys to go to check on what the status of the unofficial cluster is map by map. You can see who's playing and who the most active players have been. Jenny, awesome as always, at the top of the list. So from here, depending on the type of connection you have with Steam and the way that your internet connection is set up, you can connect directly to servers from here. My connection is not set up so that I can do that because I'm in the IT industry. I do that kind of stuff, so I'd rather not have it be able to find me. But there's two easy ways you can do it. You can either select connect if your connection allows for it. If not, it will pop this box that says, hey, dummy, couldn't connect. So you have two options. You can connect the IP address next to query port, or when this window pops up, if you're unable to connect directly, you can select copy. And it grabs the IP address. Again, it's that query port IP address, not the game port one, and it puts it in your clipboard. So next, we're going to head over to Steam, and we are going to go to our library list. Go ahead and select Ark. I have way too many games, clearly. You're going to go up to the View menu and select Game Servers. And when you select Game Servers, it's going to bring up a list of your favorites. So you guys see I already have these two selected from Jenny's cluster. But if this is the first time you've gone to your game servers list since the official network went down, you're probably going to see a ton of dead servers on this list because all of those that were official no longer exist. So if you click on a map, you can right click on it and select remove server from favorites if for whatever reason it doesn't have a name on it or it's dead or you just want to clean up your list. So from here, we'll select the plus symbol and we will just paste in that IP address that we copied. And we will hit OK. And when we do, it adds the map to the list. So let's do that one more time with another server. What we'll do is we'll go back and I'll pick the AB server, for example. So here's the AB server. I'm going to go ahead and copy this query port IP address instead of doing it from the other window that we used last time. And we can do the same thing. So we'll pop this window, we'll hit the plus symbol, we'll paste in the IP address, and there you go. There's the app server, right? So if you say, well, what about the other maps that are on the cluster? Because we do have a good connection and collection of folks that have joined the cluster to offer up a lot of maps that folks can play with. People that were trusted partners or folks that we've paired with for a long time over the past few years. So as we connect to Ark, so I selected this, I hit connect. It will bring up Ark. It'll auto connect. You don't have to do it through Steam. Well, technically it is through Steam, but it'll pull up the list and try to connect directly. Keep in mind, these are unofficial servers, not official. So they're paid for by the admins and by you guys. So any donations you guys can help with are appreciated. We do have a pay channel in Discord. If you guys do want to donate a few bucks to keep the servers going, they're not cheap. So we appreciate any help we can get. The other maps on Cluster can be found if you get onto any of the maps, doesn't matter which one, and you go to a transmitter. So when you pull up the transmitter, just like Official Ark used to work, any of the maps that are tied to the cluster will appear within the transmitter's transfer list, which will have the full name of those various maps available. So here I am on Extinction on my ginormous base, and I'll go up to my transmitter and I'll select travel to another server. And when I do, it pulls back a full list of all the maps that are available to transfer to. Jaybird hosts all of them that say Jaybird, and a number of other folks, host the other ones. So, like Khaleesi, for example, hosts 959. So, what we'll do is we'll exit out of Arc and we'll go back to Battlemetrics. And from Battlemetrics, let's go 959. So we can search it in the server list, and it'll pull back Khaleesi server as well. So we could have just transferred in-game to Khaleesi server, or you can click into Khaleesi server from here, get the IP address, add it to your favorites list, just like we did in Steam, and it will be available. One other note, so I know we talked about it. Here's the larger unofficial list. I would suggest going the Steam route like we've been doing and like I showed you, because you could put in Jaybird here or 959, for example, but the volume of unofficial maps has increased significantly since the official network shut down. So your game could time out trying to search for a map. And that's not a fault of the server owners, just of the poor construct in which search works. So just like we saw within Steam and the other menu that we had open, those two maps that we added now show up on my favorites, and they'll be there until I unfavorite them or remove them from the list. We thank you guys for joining us on this adventure as we start kicking off the next phase of Ark, and we hope to see you guys in game soon. Thank you.